my own choice, young lady. Don't be saying us.
Bro, you are blank.
And you're in denial.
You are blank, oh.
You're in denial.
You see the problem with all this relationship things. I know they like put my mouth for people relationship because I don't know what they happen for there. When the going was good, they don't call complain. Now it's all scatter. Everybody call the club now say you be this one, you do this one, you do that one. I know they like. I know they like.
One is a mommy's
The lights are
boy.
piling up. You want
This
to
boy.
you know
They
they lie.
order him around like he does not have a mind on his own.
It didn't work. Fine, let's move on. I'm not really about that life.
Hey Bethans, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha. I'm so glad to have you guys here. If today is the first time on my channel, please do well to hit on the subscribe button before you leave. Also give this video a very big thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it. Okay, so guys, tonight was all about our Al Jazeera and our CNN. I mean, it was not all about them, but then the episode started with our Al Jazeera and CNN. That is Amaka and Fina. And of course, they played the whole, I sent you to go and talk to Groovy for me. Then instead of you going to talk to Groovy, I now started seeing you and Groovy kissing and all of that, yadi yadi yadi. And then of course, they played a clip where Amaka was having a conversation with Fina, where Amaka was telling Fina that, look, I felt betrayed, because of the whole situation, around Groovy and all of that. But whatever the case is, everything I said to you, I said them because I already bottled up some emotions. So they had like a back and forth about the whole bathroom situation. If you guys take your minds back, you would remember that, she had spoken to Big Brother. Amaka had spoken to Big Brother, and Big Brother had advised her, just told her it would be nice to talk it over with Fina, which was what actually prompted her to have that conversation with Fina. So now back to the studio, back to the reunion studio, they're talking about it. And Amaka is like, well, but the problem at the time was that I told her how I felt about Groovy. And then, we all know what happened. There's really no need going back and forth. It was basically what happened that they narrated. And then, of course, Ebuka just went on to ask Fina, so do you see how this looks like? They send you a message. Instead of you to deliver the message and come back to give feedback, you started hanging out with the guy and all of that. Like, do you see how it looks? And she's like, yeah. Ebuka now asked her, okay, do you have any explanations to give? Or, do you think that you can apologize, to Amaka? And she's like, well, she cannot explain anything now because the truth is she might not really remember, how it happened, who said what first, how this happened. But then, yes, that she can apologize to Amaka. And she's like, Amaka, if I offended you in any way, I apologize. For me, I felt like the apology was flat. It was really flat. But I mean, she apologized to Amaka. Amaka didn't even say anything. And I really love the way Amaka, comported herself today. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she just really told us, yes, this is what happened. This is what happened. This was why it happened. And she kept quiet. Like, not too much noise, not too much anything. Now, after that, we then moved to the whole Fina and Groovy situation. Now, of course, this is a topic that a lot of people have been waiting for. Trust me when I say a lot of people have been waiting for this topic. I'm not gonna lie. I got emails at the time. I got DMs or people just wanting to know, Betha, did Fina really, slap Groovy? Betha, did Groovy do this to Fina? Did Groovy sleep with her PA? Guys, all of these things were accusations that I did not have any answers to. And for me, you guys know, if I'm not sure, I'll rather not talk about it, or I'll basically just come and say, oh, they said. But then even the they said, I have to be sure to an extent. So because I had no answer to that, I decided to just ignore all of those DMs or emails asking me questions about Fina and Groovy. I mean, they were asking me like I was living with these two people. Hello, I don't know where they live, okay? They don't know where they live. So I don't really know what's in they happen for closed door, okay? But then today, of course, all of that was brought into the limelight again. It was like, okay, Fina, Groovy, what happened? What happened? And, of course, Fina started talking and telling us how, she feels like, Groovy is confused, Groovy is manipulative, Groovy is this one, Groovy is that one, oh, I realized that he was playing a game. And then because of that, me too, I played the game. I'm like, Fina, you lost me there. Like, what do you mean? Now, they talked about the whole accusation, but then all of those accusations were outside of the house. Now, let's talk about inside the house. Of course, Ebuka wanted to understand, what happened, there was the whole beauty situation and, you were with this guy. Fina was trying to explain to us that, look, the night after, me and Groovy started, I told Groovy that, I feel like I need to have a conversation with Beauty immediately after the show because at that time she had been disqualified. So she was like, I need to have a conversation with Beauty, or she felt like she needed to have a conversation because, she didn't know how the viewers were perceiving her and all of that. And of course, Groovy was like, well, I don't remember us having that conversation. I don't remember the conversation at all. And then before we knew it, they started going back and forth. Ebuka was like, okay, so were you guys still together as at the time you guys were in South Africa for the whole Pepsi trip and all of that? And of course, Groovy was like, yes. but then they fell out. Like, things did not work out. In Groovy's words, they had irreconcilable differences, personal issues actually that he didn't want to talk about. But then that happened around January and all of that. And that even after that, he tried to, at least reach out to Fina, but then Fina did not want to have anything to do with him. There was a time Fina had tweeted or posted that, she was poisoned or almost poisoned. I can't remember what it is exactly right now. But, he reached out to her like, are you okay? Like, I heard about the whole poisoning situation. Are you okay? Pray, oh, do this, do this. But then Fina never responded to him. He was like, I reached out to her. Well, I get that, she might be dealing with the whole breakup situation and all of that. But then knowing that we were first of all friends before anything happened, I decided to reach out to her. But then she chose to ignore me. Like, I would send her messages to check up on her. She would ignore me. She would do this one. She didn't want to have anything to do with me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. Now they started talking about the whole accusation story. And it's like, okay, Groovy, did you sleep with Fina's PA? I mean, Ebuka asked that point blank. Did you sleep with Fina's PA? And he was like, never. I never did something like that. Okay, Fina, because Fina had talked about, oh, you are talking about this on. When they are attacking me on the internet, you can never come out to defend me. When they were saying that, I'm an abuser, that I hit you, why didn't you come out to say anything? You kept quiet when you knew for a fact that whatever it was on your face at the time was a reaction. You were reacting to something, but you never came out to debunk the news. And then, of course, I have to defend myself. Now, Groovy is like, well, you're not also innocent, because when they accused me of sleeping with your PA, you also did not say anything. And then Fina was like, well, that she did not hear about that one. I don't believe, okay, because there's no way, they'll be talking about your PA and you will say you did not hear about it. For me, I just feel like, relationship talk, it gets us to be. One person will try to be acting like, yeah, I'm over it, I'm over it. Or maybe two of them, when they act like, say, yeah, I'm over it, I'm over it. But lie. More no, they lie, give ourselves. If I break up with somebody and, knowing fully well that that's somebody that I really liked, it would hurt me. Regardless of, how much I try to act like, better, you are the boss, he go pay me. And if I have the means to spite you, I just might, I really don't know. I just might, I don't know. I've never been in that type of messy situation. I've never really been in that, so I don't know how I would react. But I know for a fact that I might be a bit petty. I know that I might be a little bit petty, but some of them kept on going back and forth. Oh, you did not do this. Fina started saying, oh, shut up, I'm still talking. Just because they have schooled you on how to respond at the reunion does not mean that I have to banter with you. Blah, 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 blah. And Ebuka, let me even tell you, this guy was playing a game, blah, blah, blah. So when I caught him playing the game, I decided that all of it too was going to be a game. And I'm like, okay, please, can you, help us to shalaye, help us to explain that part, because I mean, I did not understand. And of course, Ebuka gave her room to explain. And so, like, at some point, during the game, she overheard Groovy having a conversation with Cheesy. And that conversation was basically Groovy telling Cheesy that, he likes Chomzy. And Cheesy was advising Groovy to stick with Fina, because Fina had a strong fan base outside of the house, and obviously that would help his game and all of that. Now, she also made reference to the conversation that Groovy had with Daniela. You guys remember, Groovy and Daniela both shared a friendship. They were like besties. Yes, they were besties that would literally tell each other things that were bothering them. And it was mostly Groovy telling Daniela stuff, and Daniela trying to, advise him and tell him, oh, do it like this, do it like that. So one of the conversations that Fina referred to was the conversation Groovy had with Daniela, where he was telling Daniela that, look, since I'm being taken upstairs, you guys remember there was a time they took Groovy upstairs, so he was like, please help me look after Fina, okay? And, Chomzy is up there. I don't know what I might do. I don't know what might happen and all of that. But please help me look after Fina. And then Daniela was advising Groovy. She was like, look, in fact, let me just say the way Fina said. Fina was like, and then, Daniela was telling him, okay, manage now. When you come outside, you can now, move over to Chomzy and, maybe talk to Chomzy and all of that. And then Daniela was like, I did not say anybody should manage anybody.
You meet Daniela saying you like Chomzy. That one tell you say manage first. If you go outside, you go continue.
Guys, Daniela did not say manage. Of course, it was just Fina saying it in her pidgin English and all of that. But the truth of the matter is they had that conversation where Groovy had spoken to Daniela. And of course, you would remember that even when Groovy went upstairs, he he and Chelsea kind of had a conversation. In fact, I don't remember if they were even flirting or whatever, but I know they had a conversation. And I don't know, they had a conversation. Guys, remind me. I know for sure that there was a conversation, but I just don't know what they talked about again, and the context of whatever it is that they were doing there. But there was a conversation, right? So it only meant that you left your babe downstairs and then you went upstairs to be talking to another girl, and then the girl now told you that nothing can happen, or something now talked about, oh, it can never work, it will never work, whatever. Like, guys, tonight it was just, you did not do this. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? And all I could see tonight was actually two people who were in love, but then because of certain situations, they just couldn't make it work. Because I mean, Fina at some point started saying, oh, this boy is a mommy's boy, he's a sister's boy, they literally control him, they literally tell him what to do, he doesn't have a mind of his own, yada yada yada. Guys, I mean, we've all heard the rumors. If you've not heard me, I heard the rumors, where they were saying, oh, that Groovy's parents do not actually support the relationship between Groovy and Fina, and we all know how much Groovy holds his family in high esteem, and so because they were not in support, it would always seem like, since they're not in support, like it just might not work. Those were the rumors on the internet at the time, and I heard it. But then, because again, like I said, I was not there. I'm not there when they do things. I'm not really there. I don't know what they happen. Nothing concern me. Say me can choke my mouth for matter where they not call me on top. But now, because they have brought it to the reunion, that's actually why I'm addressing it now. They had all of those rumors going up and down, flying up and down on the internet, and for me, I just feel like these two people were madly in love, but then it could not work. It did not work. It will never work. Okay, I don't know if it will never work, but yeah, it did not work. Okay, and so Fina is pained about it. She's pained about certain things. Groovy is also pained about certain things. This is not a matter for me to sit down and judge, because what if tomorrow they settle? What if they settle? I mean, I don't know if that's going to ever happen, but I'm always very careful when it comes to relationship talks and all of that. But if you're saying that just normal fight, house may do this, my mouth's going to run this night. But just seeing that these two people were really cool at some point, and now things fell apart, and this one is angry, this one is angry. Everybody just wants to say something. Everybody just wants to sound like, yes, I have a comeback for you. Like, there's really no need for all of this. I mean, Groovy was trying to, act like, yeah, it's fine. I'm not even about that life anymore. I don't want to make troubles. I just came here to clear my name, blah, blah, blah. And then Fina is there saying, oh, shut up. She even spoke in Edo something. I don't know whether she said Wagbai. I don't even know what she said. She said something in her dialect, but I did not hear what that was. I don't know what it means. But yeah, she did that. And then my problem is, why do people like choking their mouth in things that do not concern them? Hello, modeler. Follow the model of your, or I don't even know if you want to follow the model of, because who put your mouth? The day they say, oh, a holler, who call you? Who call you? Or holler, what holler? Wait for your turn. What's your turn again? Nothing. Nothing. It was just you and what's the name, Brian. Like that's the problem. People that don't have highlights will be looking for something to just say so that we can talk about them. I've talked about you now. Yeah, happy because that wahala where you talk for them, not really. Guys, let me know, what do you think about this whole Fina and Groovy situation? Because I mean, we all love to see it. We all love to see them together and all of that. But if I'm being honest, like, to be honest with you guys, I just never thought that the relationship was going to even stand the test of time. Like, not like I was, waiting for them to break up or anything like that, but I just felt like, So when I started hearing, oh, he did this one, she did this one, I'm like, they don't start. Then today now, if you now told us that, do you know that we've broken up like 10 times, we settle, we break up, we settle, which is actually one of the reasons I don't want to put my mouth, because what if they settle for the 11th time, 11th hour miracle? I don't want to put my mouth. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Like I don't know, what do you think? Just let me know all of that in the comment section. Tell me if you think the apology Fina gave Amaka was okay. Like, tell me what you guys think about tonight's episode. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I know a lot of you are waiting for me to still talk about the whole multi-choice, cutting out stuff and all of that. Guys, we've seen all of these things play out over and over again, where people would say things and then they will take out parts of it. Like, for me, I feel like it's really unfair. That's just my 2 cents. I feel like it's really, really unfair, for you to, put out a part of a conversation that would affect the person in a negative way, even if in a positive way. Just put out everything. Let us be the judge of the situation. But then, I mean, at the end of the day, like Fina said, they make you and they break you, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I just feel like they should put out the things that the housemaid said. I mean, you can take out the excesses, but like, let us understand how the conversation went. Start from the beginning. Don't take us from end to beginning or from middle to end. Like, stop confusing my confusion. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it, and I'm talking to everybody, including multi-choice and the housemates. Okay. Anyways, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Well, I've had a very extensive conversation. I don't know if I got any clarity.
I can tell you, even me, I can't confuse joy.